I thought I would go live. I've never been live before, so I thought I'd go live today, and get to know my community and do a little coloring while I while I just talk to you guys. So I'm coloring in this coloring book today, and I'm going to finish this page while I talk to you guys. My lips are a little crusty. So I'm gonna do that. And I have my markers here, my set of markers. These are the 120 piece. I think they're the, oh, I forget what brand they are. But yeah, I got them off Amazon Canada, because I am a Canadian. And yeah, so usually I color with before bed with some classical music playing, because I just find it very, very soothing. But I thought, what activity? I see people doing activities while they're on live, like doing their nails or doing their makeup or cooking. So I'm like, I'm going to color. And yeah. So right now I am talking to nobody because nobody has joined. But I was also told that when you go live, you should start your live like people are already there, because you can save your live so people can go watch it later if they want. And that's what I'm doing. This is all very much a learning curve, and I'm going to give myself grace. I am not an expert at YouTube or YouTube Live, and I'm just learning. And that's what life is all about. Learning and trying new things, and giving yourself the space and the grace to do that, and being patient with yourself as you get more comfortable talking to the camera. Anywho, so I hope everyone is having a great Saturday. And I want to know what your Saturdays look like. Like, what do you normally get up to on Saturdays? You know, are you a parent? Do you have kitties that you have to take care of? You know, and if so, what does that entail? Are you living the dink life like I am? Dual income, no kids. And if so, what does your Saturdays look like? What do you do for yourself? But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and get to know my community. I also wanted to just thank you guys for being here. There's 37 of you, I think, and it's like the love and support that I've gotten on here so far is just so overwhelming in the most like amazing way. And I just feel so blessed to have to be building like a genuinely supportive community. So thank you. And yeah, I just want women to embrace this chapter of their life. You know, 40, when I'm sure when we were younger, we thought 40 was so old, but now that we're here, it's like, I've never felt more confident and more comfortable in my skin. And when I decided to start, you know, putting content out there to empower women in this chapter of their lives, I saw like a huge gap in content with like women of our age. There was a lot of like content geared towards women in their 30s, but not so much women in their 40s. I even saw like women in their 50s and 60s, but 40s, not so much. So, and they always say, you know, make content on what you love or make content on what you know. And what I know is, like, what I know is how I feel as a 41-year-old, right? And I know the challenges that comes with this age, like perimenopause, for instance. I know the challenges of society putting pressure on women to have children when not everybody wants to take that on. And I am one of those women who chose not to have children, me and my partner. And that wasn't without a lot of communication. Like, we communicated a lot. And now we're very comfortable with that decision. And we should be comfortable with any decisions that we make in our lives. Like, we shouldn't have to listen to what society tells us. You know, this is our life. We only get one life. Why are we telling people how to live their lives? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Right? Like, do what you want to do. Why does society have to dictate how you live your life? It just never made sense to me. It never will make sense to me. I will never tell anyone how to live their life. If they come to me for advice, sure, you know, I'll give my advice, but I'll never like be like, oh, this is what you have to do in order to be happy or be successful or whatever. Like, our journeys are not linear. You know, our journeys are, oh, that does not go there. Here we go. Our journeys are very much, yeah, it's not like this. It's very much, and as we go, we make decisions that will shape how we want to live our lives. So in this chapter, we need to start curating our lives to the way that we want to live them. You know what I mean? Let's see. So this is what my page looks like so far. This is very much what outside looks like for me right now. I am in southwestern Ontario. It is very cold. Actually, I'll show you what my view looks like right now. There we go. That's what I'm looking at right now. It's very pretty looking at it from the inside out, but girl, it is freezing outside. But I love winter inside because it's just so cozy, you know? And when the like summer hits, you don't want to be cozy because you want to be outside. So I love the coziness that the winter season, excuse me, that the winter season brings. And so I am embracing that, even though it's horde, it's mad horde. But yeah. Anyhow, have you ever seen that TikTok where she's like, I'm just waiting for more people to join or whatever? That's me. I'm waiting for people to join. But if no one joins, that's okay. This is my first TikTok. I promote my TikTok on Threads mostly, and I did not promote that I was going on live, which I probably should have. But we move, you know, we learn. And maybe next time I go live, I will put it on Threads. Or did I say TikTok? No, I did say Threads. So I'm not sitting here talking to myself, but that's okay. I am very much a person in her head, so this is kind of therapeutic in a way, because it's like I'm journaling by talking to myself. But yeah. So let's talk about what's coming to my channel, what videos that I am planning on filming. I have one that's dropping tomorrow, The Power of Saying No and How to Set Boundaries Without Guilt. So I'm excited for that. And some other ones that I'm planning on filming is why choosing a child-free life is okay. We don't have to feel guilty about that either. Because not everyone is meant to be a parent. Not everyone should be a parent. I'm in social services. So I can say that very confidently that not everyone is meant to be a parent. And I want to empower women that are choosing to live child-free by choice. I want to empower those women, because good for you, because society will try to bring you down if you choose not, like, you know, God forbid you choose not to have kids. And it's like, what I don't understand is when people are like, oh, why don't you want to have kids? Or, oh, you should be having kids. It's like, are you going to be taking care of my children? You know, are you going to, you know, be helping me take care of these kids? You know, like, that's what I don't understand. Like, why do you think everybody's situation is the same? Like, it just boggles my mind why people get so upset when people decide not to have kids. Like, I don't know. It shouldn't be as controversial as it is, but here we are. Here we are. So, again, as a woman who chose not to, you know, live that lifestyle, I want to empower women who are also living that lifestyle, who are thinking about living that lifestyle, who, you know, are on the fence about whether they want to have kids. Because honestly, being a parent is probably the hardest thing that humans could ever do. So you kind of want to be sure, you know, it's not just like you're just supposed to do it. You kind of want to be sure, because you're raising a human being, and you want to make sure you're not raising a little asshole. Sorry about my language, but in this moment, I have decided that lives are, that perimenopause brain fog. that lives are going to be uncensored. I have a potty mouth, and I don't want to censor myself. So if you don't like swearing, then I'm not the girl for you. Because I let it slip sometimes. Okay. The thing with coloring is it's so hard to choose what color you're gonna do next. You know, even if you have, like, I have 120 markers and I'm still struggling. Too many options. That's what it is. Too many options. So if I only had 2 colors, I wouldn't be struggling. All right. Okay, so let's ask some questions here. I want to know what your biggest flex is in your 40s. Like, what have you done that you're like, yeah, I want to brag about? Because you know what? 40s should be about celebrating your wins, big or small. And people would consider that like, oh, she's bragging. Oh, she's whatever. No, brag, girl, brag. We have been on this earth for 40 years, 40 plus years. We have been through some shit. So whatever we've accomplished, whatever we're doing right now, whatever like excites you, share it. Like, brag about it, you know? And if there's people who are bringing you down, saying that you are bragging, they're not your people. I want to hear you brag about what you're proud of yourself for, you know? Brag about it, celebrate it, share it with the world, shout it from the rooftops. Because the world is heavy right now, and it has been for quite some time. So if there is any little win, any big win, you should be screaming it from the rooftops. Whether you, I don't know, woke up today, that's a huge accomplishment. Whether you graduated from a course that you took, whether you decided to create a YouTube channel, whether you, I don't know, got some answers that you were seeking regarding your health. Like, these are wins that we should be, you know, whether you made a really great coffee that you absolutely love and it just feels good. Whether you took a life-changing bath last night, I don't know, whatever. It's all wins. It's all wins. No one should dictate what a win, big or small, looks like. Okay? Okay. Okay, so I'm going in with purple for her jogging suit, her snowsuit. This, like, being on live and talking to myself, it's actually giving me practice with like shooting YouTube videos, especially makeupless, especially when I'm in my fertile window and you can see it. I am breaking out because my hormones are going wild. I always break out before my period, during, and when I'm ovulating. And for me to have come on live looking like this, that's a win for me. Because usually I'd be like, oh my gosh, I have to put on some makeup. But I don't want to put on makeup today. I'm not really going anywhere. I do have to go to Walmart later. But, I mean, no. Why am I putting on makeup? I am showing up as I want to show up. I'm showing up in my natural state. And if nobody wants to see me in my natural state, then you don't have to watch it, right? Because I am comfortable in my own home, coloring, talking to nobody. And I don't know, I'm just very happy in this moment. So I hope this gives someone the confidence boost to get on live or to create their own channel, because nobody's perfect. And I certainly am not perfect, and I'm not going to show up perfect, or what people assume perfection is. I'm not going to show up like that. I'm going to show up how I want to show up. I'm going to show up as comfortable as possible. And right now, it is Saturday. I had a very long week at work, and this is how I choose to show up in the world, because this is what makes me happy, and this is what yeah, this is just how I choose to be. And I'm very comfortable. Anyways, moving along. I want to know what newfound hobbies that you have embraced in 2025. Or if you're just, if you embraced it for years and you're just taking it into 2025 as well. I want to know. I want to know. Because I love coloring. And I know coloring has been around for, forever, obviously, but it's like this whole trending thing on TikTok now, which is wild, because we've been coloring since, I don't know, forever. But I feel that as we get older, we realize we do it for different reasons. So when we were younger, we would do it like, oh, it's fun, let's color, yay. But now we do it because it's therapeutic, We embrace it differently, and I love that. This brings me back to my childhood, and when I was an only child for the first 7 years of my life, and I would be sitting in my room reading or just coloring on the floor by myself, and how much I loved it. And yeah, it just feels good. So I want to know if you have a hobby like that kind of brings you back to your childhood, or you just, have a hobby that you just love doing. Like knitting or reading or baking or whatever makes you feel good. I want to know what those hobbies of yours are. I want to know all about my community. Maybe share a fun fact in the comments if you're watching this later. Share a fun fact about yourself. It doesn't have to be so personal, just exactly what it is, a fun fact. Can be anything. A fun fact. A fun fact about me. And I know fun facts are a red flag sometimes, at work. It's tell us a fun fact. And you're just oh my goodness. But I do think it's cool to learn about people with a cool random fun fact. But a random fun fact about me. Oh my goodness, I can't even think right now about any fun facts about myself. Let's see, I am the oldest of 5. I am 41. I have a sister who's, oh my goodness, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. I think she's turning 35 this year. And then I have another sister who's turning 30 this year, I believe. 29 or 30. And then I have a brother who is 17, and then another brother who is turning 19 in April. So we are spread out, which I love. Yeah, so my sisters are from my dad, and then my mom got remarried and had 2 boys. And I also have a stepbrother who is, I think, turning 35 this year, and I have a stepsister who is a year older than me. So yeah, there's a fun fact about me. And I think this is like one of the reasons why, one of the many reasons why I decided not to have children is because of the age gap with me and my sisters. I was kind of like a second mom to them when I was younger. And I was kind of put on I was kind of forced to be a role model when I was a little too young to even know what that means. And I'm not faulting my parents at all for that. But I think that's what kind of led me to not wanting to have kids. And also I met my partner like later in life. I only met my partner, we've been together for 8 years. And there's just so many things that we want to do. Like we want to just travel the world, and being parents is just not on our radar, you know? So that's a fun fact about me. What else? Yeah, so I met my partner on Tinder actually 8 years ago. We both super matched each other. And fast forward, we got engaged on my birthday last year, my 41st birthday, and we are getting married in St. Vincent in April. Just us. We're just eloping. We're doing it on our own terms. And I love that for us. So yeah, so that's a fun fact about moi. So I'm going to end this live now. And this is where I'm ending. How far I got. So I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to finish this offline. But like I said, I want to know about my community. I want to learn about you guys. So, and if I'm looking up here and not here, it's because I'm just checking to see if anyone has joined so I can say hi. But yeah, I want to learn about you guys. So please drop a fun fact below. And yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed Saturday, just a blessed weekend overall. And stay tuned for my video tomorrow that'll be dropping on the power of saying no. And yeah, I'll see you in my next live, hopefully. All right. Stay blessed. Mwah. Bye.